fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kiru Show here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Junto. Now, we did have him and the Prince of the Human Nation, Dominic. Dominic learning Dragon Slayer is alive. Along with that, a lot of things about this man have changed. From what he remembers 1 year ago, this man was a savage, sadistic adventurer who just always fought and killed in battle. He was wearing dirty clothes and a wolf pelt. However, currently, the man, he just walks around, well, in whatever he wants. The man is said to be a king. He's said to be the leader of the strongest race there is. Or nation, I should be saying, not race. Now, there was also the fact that he was informed by Deku about everything. If the man, willingly or unwillingly, doesn't want to help them, they're basically going to threaten to execute him to his father. And Deku? Yeah. Currently, all of them are sitting down in a meeting. And they've come up with a plan. They can't send a message directly to the king. Dominic could, however, but there's a problem with that. The king is a smart man, from what Dominic does understand. And the only way to be able to send a message that way is for somebody to draw the symbol themselves and know the location of where this object would land. But that's just a thing. If Dominic has the opportunity to draw that symbol, there's also the fact that the symbol he could draw could also be one for teleportation, a quick trick. Now, that does worry them all. And Deku, he was intrigued by this. If all the things he's learned, a symbol for instantaneous movement, apparently it does exist. However, everyone just does call it a flash spell. And that's really it. Since a bright light and you're in another location. Now, Deku, he does wonder about it. As he does actually talk about how he does have an idea as to how to send a message to the king directly. And show that they're completely serious. Now, Deku, he does go to stand up. As he does ask all of them if they can send their strongest troops to the front lines. Each one of them looking at each other. Their strongest troop. That's a large request. Now, you do actually have Sylvia, or the Fox Princess, who she is going to stand up and inform Deku that that request is far too dangerous. What do you mean? The strongest troops in every nation defend the royal family. In fact, let's put it in perspective like this. The capital was taken 2 weeks after you cocooned. And, well, even with that man not there attacking the capital, our strongest troops there, they held the castle like a fortress for about 40 days. Afterwards, we haven't gotten a transmission from them then. I see. Exactly how strong are each one of these people? Well, for each nation it does vary. For the humans, we do have at least a good idea. They're always on guard and stationed to protect the family. And they're sworn to not take a step outside the castle, unless the situation does order it. I see. That's weird. I don't think I've ever heard of this type of thing. Well, that's because it's a well-kept secret. In fact, most people don't know about it unless the situation demanded it. Most royals would go years before they learn about it. Even as children? Yes, that's really about it. They usually, well, stay hidden. Very, very well hidden. In fact, there's some watching us now. Now, Deku is surprised, as he does ask if they can show themselves. Now, this is where somebody, they do actually appear. And Deku, he does go to turn around and bring his hand up. The person frozen there as they do go to slowly bring up their own hands. And whose nation are you from? That would be yours, my liege. I'm sorry? That would be yours, sir. You're an Oni? Yes. Very skilled and disciplined. My unique abilities allowed me to observe you. Unique abilities. This guy's dangerous. Even by my own standards. I should have heard him coming. Exactly what are your abilities? Complete concealment. I've worked on my abilities and have been trained in it. My family's been closely tied to protecting the bloodline. However, the bloodline, it does change a lot. That makes no sense. I see, you're confused. We don't protect the king. We protect his offspring. Wait. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. I was confused as to why an Oni would have a personal guard. So you basically protect children? Yes. Interesting. Now, Deku would ask the man why he's never revealed himself. To which the man would explain, the situation never called for it. However, he was there on guard to protect him while he was in his cocoon. I see. Thank you. Yes, sir. Now, Deku would then go to turn back around, as he does ask if they can have any other forces they can send, if not these men. Now, all of them, they do at least go to open their mouths and speak of some very strong knights. As Deku does tell all of them that they do need to gather them immediately. Now, he does then go to stand. And he does then go to bring up his hands to create monoclones. Now, two of them do directly appear next to Deku. And he actually does go to pop up his hands and summon both of his weapons. Now, everyone's quite confused. Deku handing the chain spear to somebody on his left and then his sword to the copy on his right. Now, they do stare at him. Junto, what are you? I'm going to the human kingdom. These two will be in charge of the army. Now, they are all quite confused, watching as he does walk over to a window and jump out, as he does go to take flight. Now, the two Juntos, they do just look at each other. So, back in control of the body again, right? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, hi. I'm one of the voices in his head. Oh, you must be the skill Parallel Mind. That'd be where everyone does look at the fairy princess. Claire, you know what this is? Yes, he's informed me of a skill. It's like another person, but it's also him? I don't know. Well, you're half right. Well, I'm in his head to manage some of the thoughts in there. but since the situation does call for it, I'm in control of the body. So I'm not with him. Uh, wait, what does that mean? Basically, I'm like a clone. I'm the original, but not. Now, the audience just look at him confused, as he does go to bring his hand up and put the sword away, talking about how they need to get going now. Now then, everyone does begin to gather, and they use everything they can to get their forces there immediately. This will take a couple hours, and if they do at least believe so, Junto is aware of that. This should take, if they at least use spells and try and do shortcuts using mana and mages, about somewhere around 18 to 28 hours. Now, everyone does immediately begin preparations, as you have Junto who's currently flying towards the human kingdom, as he does pass overhead of the battlefield. Now, people do watch as there's this giant thing, or at least small thing, flying overhead. Many people think that it might be a fairy, and many mages going to look up and blast attacks at it. Junto just looking down, as he does just do one thing. He decides to at least test out a skill he does know he's seen before. Him holding his hands out, and going to create a sun in his hands. As he does pour at least 2,000 points of mana into it, and then go to throw it directly down. As it does smash onto the battlefield, and then Deku does cast Explosion. Now, this thing would directly smash down in the center of a large group of people, before it does expand largely and explode. Now, a lot of people did see that. I mean, they do shout that that's the captain's move. As Deku, he doesn't just do one thing. He does cast Explosion in every single direction and it does continue flying. And he's disrupting enemy troops. Watching as that bar requirement for Demon Lord, it does start to fill. The number, it does rise rapidly. Now, as that's being said, Deku, he does fly overhead the border. And he does do one simple thing. He casts Explosion over this entire area. And he does scare the troops' resources, food line, and, well, supply line, along with their lines of communication. As he does currently continue flying straight in. Now, Deku, he did actually kill a few people. A lot, actually. And I'll just leave that number alone right now and I won't say anything about it. Now then, with that being said, Deku, he does make his way towards the capital, and get there within a few more minutes, going at his maximum speed. Now, he is directly flying overhead, as he does think about it. This place he did used to call home. It was nice to him for about a month. Strange. I almost feel emotional and sentimental about it all. No matter. Deku going to land, as he does directly land outside the city, and guards they do see him as he does come walking forwards. No way. That's him, isn't it? You're right, I couldn't mistake that face anywhere. Now, they do come running up to him, and try to understand what happened to the hero. They heard Deku immediately going to bring his hands up, and with pure strength, he does, slash both of them into two. And he doesn't continue walking, as people they do look around and see him. The markings on his face, that's the Dragon Slayer! Dragon Slayer! Everyone shouting and chanting his name as he just walk through the streets. Now, we do actually then have in the kingdom, or in the castle, where a man he does quickly run in and go to throw himself down onto the ground, trying to inform the king that he has an urgent message he does need to hear immediately. You dare make a request like that here right now? Your Majesty, this is urgent. You don't understand. Speak now before I have your tongue. Your Majesty, Dragon Slayer is alive. Hmm? I'm sorry. Exactly how do you know this information? Now, you do actually have with us some screams outside the room, before a man sent flying through the door as it's flung open. And you do actually have Deku, who does come walking in. Now, we do actually have Victoria, who she did look up at the mention of Dragon Slayer, and then watches that guard's body flew through the door. And she did then see that man, her eyes widening and filling with tears, as Deku does walk forwards. Long time no see, King. Hmm? You're alive? Oh yeah, Deku does say, walking forwards. Guards immediately going to step forwards and go to bring up their weapons, informing him that he is in direct violation of before they all do just fall towards the ground. Now, the king he does watch that, as one man he does still stand, looking at his allies as blood is starting to begin to pour from wounds that he can't see. What did you just... Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to kill you too. Then again, I did want to make you an example. Yeah. Blood does start to begin to pour from this man's mouth, and he's actually going to cough up a large amount of it. Deku pulling his hand out from behind his back. By the way, do you want this back? Him tossing it down in front of the man, who does just go to look down at his chest to see the hole that is there. Now, he does then fall forwards. You're a monster. Of course I am. I died and came back from the dead, isn't that right? Now, he does go to step forwards once again, informing the king that he's going to give him a few options, since he is currently battling against his forces. Your forces? Yes. It's quite easy. You're going to let go of your daughter. What? Don't try to play dumb with me, asshole. I know about the control you have on her. Let's see. I'm going to give you a choice. You're going to renounce the crown. You're going to surrender. Your forces are going to withdraw from the lands they're all currently in. And you'll get to keep your life, along with your wife. Now, the Queen is actually going to tense up, staring at that man. Deku looking at her as he does grin and twist his face. Why so scared? Now, Deku can see it on her face. She can't hide it anymore. That's fear. There's no other emotion that could be. Now, the king he does stare directly at Junto. And if I don't? Easy. I kill you. And then I also do kill your son. What? Oh yeah. Forgot to mention that part. Sorry. I have your son in custody. If you don't surrender, I'll kill him. Then come here and do the same to you. Set your daughter free and she'll take the crown. And then, well, let's just say she'll end the slavery in this nation. She'll at least keep your promise, isn't that right? End the war and end the slavery. Now, the king he does begin to start gritting his teeth. This is absurd. He needs to summon those adventurers. Now, he does go to ask Junto exactly if he does know about the hero in their nation. Hero? Yeah, I know about him. I'm the one who killed him. What? Yeah. The guy was tough. But, well, him and I had a heart-to-heart. And I ripped out his spine. What? That's not possible. He was the strongest man. He was the strongest human. Yeah, I understand. Deku going to bring up his hands and sweep them to the side. Strongest human. You're a devil. No, not yet. I'm a demon. Besides, it was this little power-up that allowed me to kill your hero. Not just that. Right now, currently, my nation's gathering reinforcements. and we're going to make an assault on the nation of the Fox. Take back the land that you've stolen from them. Stolen from them? They took that land from us. You see, that's the thing. Don't lie to me. One more lie and I'll rip out your tongue. Young man, you don't understand. Him directly going to blink. As he does, feel something on his tongue. Him opening his eyes as he does see Deku. 2 fingers and a thumb. Directly on his tongue, clasping down. Like I said, one more lie. And this goes. Now, the man just does stay there frozen. He didn't even see him move. By the way, I should also inform you. If this request isn't met within the next day or so, my forces go to take the Fox Nation back. Drive your people out of the fairy forest. And then I come here and make this place a crater, just like I promised. Now, do you understand exactly the situation you're in? Let me just make one thing clear. No isn't the right answer here. Now, the man just stare at Junto. I'm going to slowly let go of the man's tongue before bringing up his hand and tapping him on his shoulder. Nice talking to you. I'm going to turn around and going to walk away. As you actually have Atoria. She's trying to scream at Junto. Scream for help. Take her with him. Take her with him. Now, Deku, he actually is going to think. I'm forgetting something. Now, he is going to bring up his hands. And you do actually have the red thread that does come out of his fingers. As it does directly shoot over towards the king. And the king does go to close his eyes as the queen does begin to scream. Now, you do actually have the princess, who she's being picked up by the threads. And she does directly come over to where Deku is. I'm taking her with me. Young man, that is... I'm sorry, were you going to say something? By the way, I'll let you keep your hands. If you raise that to try and activate her symbol, I'm taking it. I know it won't stop the crest, or the order, but it'll just at least provide me some entertainment. Now, you do actually have, over on the other side of the castle, where it was heard that a commotion was going on. And we actually have where Todoroki's crew, they all did jump up and start to head that way. As we do actually have Todoroki, who, he's with his crew, and they're all running that direction. Please let us make it, please let us make it, please let us make it. Now, you do actually have where the queen did scream, as Todoroki did go to bolt and run for the room where the thrones are. Or the throne room, my bad. Now, we do have Todoroki's party. They take the faster route that they were heading towards. And we do actually have Ronin who does go to throw down his hands and punch into the ground. As he doesn't go to leap down and then do this over and over again. Falling 3 floors. As Todoroki does run around the castle and try to find a staircase. The place is too large. Now, we do actually have the crew, who they do arrive to see Deku walking out with the princess in hand. And you actually have Ronin, who is coming rushing forwards as he does directly look at Junto. Let her go, you bastard! Now, Deku does turn his head. Oh, you. I don't have time to deal with you, I'm leaving. Now, the man he does directly rushing at Deku, as he directly does appear right in front of him. Okay, this is gonna be good. He's gonna sock this guy in the face real hard. Then he's gonna grab the princess and look like a real... Him going to look at Junto. Staring right at him. Junto's looking where the man was still standing. as you actually have where Junto's eyes do turn, and Ricky stared down at the man. The man actually going to realize Junto can see him. Before he does quickly go to leap backwards. Now, the man he does send himself flying backwards and past his allies. As you do actually have where his allies, they were quite shocked. Ah, nice trick. But I'm faster. What did you just... You guys. Don't do that. Now, Ronan does go back to stand up, and everyone does see the look on his face. The pure terror. Who exactly are you? I'm the previous hero of this nation. But at the same time, I'm also the king of another nation. I'm giving your king 1 day to surrender before I make this place a crater. And I burn it to the ground. And I kill his son. I'm taking the princess as an extra precaution. Now, don't try to stop me. Deku going to walk out, as you do actually have Todoroki, who he did just round the corner as Ronin hit the wall, turning to see that guy. The guy with long black hair, and, well, his eyes, they're red. I'm going to rush forwards, as Deku does directly go to walk out the front door. And you do actually then have Todoroki, who he does rush directly towards Deku. Now, Deku, he does go to reach and throw out his hand, summoning another blade from his inventory as he does summon a great sword. Deku going to throw it over his shoulder as he does clash swords with Todoroki. And Todoroki does just stare directly at that. Wait, how did he guess where my sword was? Now, Deku does then go to throw back his foot, and kick Todoroki right in the stomach to knock the wind out of him. As he does then go to turn around. And exactly who are you supposed to be? Todoroki, him going to spit up a large amount of blood. That didn't answer my question. I'm the hero. The hero? Really? That is precious. I've killed the hero. You're not it. Now, Todoroki's party, they do directly go to look at this man, who he just knocked the wind out of that guy. That's crazy. It's insane. Word of advice. This place is the wrong place to start protecting. What are you talking about? These people are innocent. Oh my god. Those words did not just come out of your mouth. What? This place is the farthest from innocent. This nation has slaves. The king brainwashed his own daughter. Hell, look at your party. Now, Todoroki is very confused. Those strange noises, what were they? What? Now, Deku is going to reach down, and Todoroki grabbed Todoroki by his hair, going to pick him up. Did you not just hear me? I made myself crystal clear. Do you not know what people do in this nation? Are you really a hero? What? Tell me, are you really a hero? What? You're some kid from the boonies, some kid from the sticks, right? All great legend has to come from somewhere. So where did you come from, hero? Tell me. Come on, little boy. I'm curious to hear. I'm not from this world. What? I said I'm not from here. I don't believe you. You're saying you're from Earth? What? How do you know about Earth? Oh boy. Isn't that a story to tell? You're not the only one from another world. Now, Todoroki's eyes do widen. As Deku, he does think about it. This boy would be so easy to kill. But he's very curious about him now. This guy's from another world just like him. Oh well. Now, Deku is going to throw Todoroki backwards and into the staircase. telling him that he's going to be here tomorrow. And if this place doesn't surrender, he's killing everybody here. And all that will be to blame is the king. Now, Todoroki does watch as wings do directly pop out of Deku's back. And Deku does then go to pick up the princess. Now, Deku does look down at her. She feels lighter than before. Atoria, it's alright. Now, Todoroki does look at Deku. As those wings on his back, he can't be human. Before he does just go to take flight. Now, with that being said, Todoroki is left wondering. Those strange sounds he just made. What was that? My head feels strange. Now, Todoroki is beginning to start snapping out of this brainwashing. However, it does still feel fuzzy. He feels like he's aware of where he is, but at the same time he's not. Todoroki, are you alright? Now, you do actually have Hana, who does come walking up to him and directly grab him by his shoulder. Hey, are you okay? That guy did a number on you, right? Now, she does go to grab, his shirt and go to pull it away, looking at his neck. There's a large bruise there. And then there's his gut. Hey, tell me, did he break your ribs? Oh, I'll be fine, Hana. I just need a healer. Now, they do go to pick up the hero. As you actually have Ronin, who does ask exactly if he does know that guy. That guy. You two were talking. And from what I could tell, he's not one to do that. He said he's from another world. What? Just like you, kid? Yeah. Now, he does just stare at this boy. Shit. That's the previous hero he's heard about. Oh no, this isn't good. Now, they do take Todoroki back inside, before a mage does heal him. And we do actually have the king. Who? Against his better judgment, he would rather not have to do what he's going to do. But it does appear that he's going to have to. He's already given the orders out to his men, and he's given his council or the church permission to distribute forbidden magic. Now, they did call in the hero and his party, as they do at least want to teach these people a few things. Now, with that being said, I do believe that that is a good point to leave this part off of, and I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.